What happens when two of Britain's most celebrated actors sit down to discuss love, marriage, and the messiness in between? That's exactly what audiences are getting with Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman in their upcoming film, The Roses. Right from the start, the movie flips expectations on their head with a marriage counseling session where the couple struggles to name what they love about each other. The responses are awkward and almost comedic, like someone pointing out, "He has arms." But while their on-screen characters stumble through love's chaos, Colman and Cumberbatch themselves shine in real life with a playful and effortless chemistry. Their friendship comes across instantly as they laugh, tease, and share personal stories, creating a refreshing contrast to the strained marriage they portray on screen. And that balance between humor and tension sets the stage for a film that dives deep into the complexities of modern relationships. When the talk shifts from love to grievances, things get even more interesting. Cumberbatch hesitates before jokingly calling it tricky to describe what he dislikes about his co-star. But his eventual confession, "I hate how she thinks 5 steps ahead of me," reveals not only the fun rivalry in their friendship, but also the very real frustrations couples often face. Colman fires back, affectionately calling him a grumpy arsehole, but in a way that clearly comes from deep admiration. These candid exchanges between the two mirror the tension in their characters, Ivy and Theo, a couple balancing ambition, family, and the weight of marriage. Unlike earlier adaptations of The War of the Roses, this new version doesn't descend into betrayal or violence. Instead, it focuses on ambition, ego, and the struggle to share both love and power in today's world. That pivot makes the story more relatable, modern, and ultimately thought-provoking. At the heart of The Roses is the question of what happens when two strong individuals both crave success. Ivy, once an aspiring caterer, blossoms into a celebrated chef, while Theo, an architect, struggles under the pressures of career setbacks and parenthood. Their conflict isn't just about personal differences. It's about how capitalism and ambition seep into personal lives. They're both attached to their stylish California beach home, designed by Theo, and that shared possession becomes symbolic of control and identity. Screenwriter Tony McNamara highlights this in his commentary, pointing out how dual-income marriages often face a clash of egos. What happens when both partners want it all, but balance is impossible? That's where The Roses shines, holding up a mirror to the pressures many modern couples feel, wrapped in dark comedy that keeps the audience engaged without losing its emotional core. Adding another layer is director Jay Roach's creative vision. Known for exploring the ups and downs of relationships, he masterfully contrasts the subtle, witty banter of Colman and Cumberbatch with the more expressive style of their American co-stars, Andy Samberg and Kate McKinnon. This cultural clash underscores just how different approaches to love and communication can be, whether rooted in British wit or American openness. Off-screen, Colman and Cumberbatch also reflect on how fame impacts their personal lives, noting that media portrayals of love, especially those shaped by Disney-style fantasies, can create unrealistic expectations. Both admit that the idealized versions of romance we grow up with rarely match reality, and that honesty about imperfections is key to long-term love. It's this raw, grounded perspective that makes their chemistry and insights resonate so strongly. By the end, The Roses leaves us with more than just laughs or marital squabbles. It offers a real conversation about the evolving nature of love. Colman and Cumberbatch emphasize that frustration and disagreement don't erase affection, but rather highlight the resilience needed to sustain a partnership. Their co-stars, including Sanita Mani and Nkuti Gatwa, add fresh perspectives on how social media and dating apps shape modern romance, often making authenticity harder to find. Yet despite these challenges, the film manages to weave humor and tenderness into its exploration of love, ambition, and identity. As Colman puts it best, at the end of the day, there has to be something beyond the romantic ideal. That's the lasting message of The Roses, that love is not a fairy tale, but a living, complicated, and sometimes chaotic partnership worth fighting for.